not thinking at all.
And the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead, but
Oh, what a year it has been for Amber Heard, as the Aquaman star is facing yet another potential legal battle in Australia amidst the current high-profile defamation trial with Johnny Depp. Right now, it's rational to be concerned for Amber because the star's chance of winning any of these cases is very slim, and this would also mean that her career is nearing rock bottom. What is this new legal battle about? How much trouble is she into? And how will it contribute to her downfall if she loses? Let's jump right into the video and find out. While the Aquaman star was married to Depp, she got into trouble with the Australian authorities for flying pet dogs into the country in May 2015 without declaring them, knowing for a fact that foreign pets must be quarantined for 10 days when first brought into the country. After being caught by the wrist, she resorted to an apology, which she recorded claiming she was distracted and therefore forgot to ensure the dog's entry was declared. However, a spokesperson for Australia's Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment reported that investigations are ongoing over allegations that Heard lied under oath. The DAW representative said that the department was continuing to look into allegations of perjury by Ms. Heard during court proceedings for the 2015 illegal importation of her 2 dogs into Australia. Unsurprisingly, during the immigration checkout, Heard made a false statement on her immigration card by checking no to the question of importing anything into the country. Rather than declare she imported her dogs, she lied and threw the blame on Depp's assistant for not doing the needful. The star was later pardoned without conviction. But when Amber thought this case had died in the past, the perjury investigation was revealed in October 2021, with a representative for DAW telling E! News that the department is seeking to obtain witness statements, and once obtained, the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions will consider whether the evidence is sufficient to warrant pursuance of the matter. But on a counter, an attorney for the Aquaman star criticized the investigation, telling the outlet at the time, "It is truly inconceivable, and we are confident it is not true, that either the Australian government or the FBI would embrace a policy of further pursuing and victimizing a person who has already been adjudicated to be the victim of domestic violence." Apparently, Amber's team used Amber's claim of being a victim of domestic violence as a weapon to avoid charges and potential conviction. And with a possible maximum 10-year prison sentence, the actress pleaded guilty to a lesser charge. Aside from the domestic violence tactic, her lawyer went further to tell the court that the Aquaman actress was jet-lagged and worried sick about a hand injury that Depp suffered during filming Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, and believed her assistants had sorted out the paperwork for the dogs. Eventually, Heard pled guilty in court, but Magistrate Bernadette Callahan gave the actor a $1,000 one-month good behavior bond with no recorded conviction. But less than a year later, Amber's demon has caught up with her again, and it seems as though there is another legal court battle that is lurking in Amber's future, and that future may be closer than we think. We may think that Amber's apology is synonymous with her owning up to her mistake, but we may also be wrong, as the Aquaman star conversed with her then assistant, Kate James, instructing her to take the fall for her, Amber's mistake. While Kate staunchly refused, she turned to one of Depp's associates, Kevin Murphy, to declare publicly that Kate James was responsible for the mistake. Shaken by Amber's threat of demotion, Murphy dispersed the information that Kate was to blame in a deposition written by Amber herself. However, during the ex-couple's 2020 defamation suit against a British tabloid, Murphy testified that Heard asked him to lie under oath for her to be released. Oops, the cat has eventually been let out of the bag. Now the two are back in court again after the Pirates of the Caribbean star sued Heard for $50 million over a 2018 op-ed Heard wrote for the Washington Post, in which she claimed that she was a domestic abuse survivor. That's a lot on Amber's plate, if you'd ask me, and if Amber loses any of these cases, her net worth and career will drastically transform. Fans of the Pirates of the Caribbean star have shared their opinion on the political legal case Amber is facing, and they believe it's nothing but a pattern of the actress's true personality. One fan wrote, "If she can lie under oath once, she can lie under oath always. Lying to another court must be brought to the notice of the VA court, since that will help decide how much truthful she is to a court. She doesn't have respect for the law and judiciary at all. I'm losing count now. How many lies can one tell before their head just completely explodes from trying to keep track of them all? Another added. Some fans have also opined that the Aquaman star had scrambled her way to manipulate Depp and have him cover up for her again. One fan wrote, and she had the nerve to try to blame JD since it was his plane, even though he wasn't with her and didn't even want the dogs to be flying. Another instance of her constant gaslighting and manipulation of JD. Somehow she twisted everything to make it his fault. Amber's insistence to take the dogs despite being advised not to, and then lying on the quarantine statements, her signature, is not in question. The interesting thing to me is that she and Johnny, made a video to apologize. He was again trying to protect her, another added. Ultimately, Team Pirates believe Amber didn't own up to her mistake, just as they claim she is not owning up to her mistakes in the current defamation trial. Yet another Amber incident in Australia. Maybe she was too distracted to declare her dogs as imported goods subject to quarantine. Maybe she was just too busy planning her next bickering match with Johnny. Either way, it is her own responsibility, not an assistant's, one fan wrote. Another fan commented, "It seems this is an ongoing pattern of Amber's, reflecting blame onto everyone else. She tries to sell the idea that she's accepted some sort of responsibility, but her words, actions, and behavior appear otherwise." Lovers of the Aquaman star have stood up to support Amber, and they claim to have paid attention to the details of the Australian case, concluding that the plane was Depp's and he also filled out what Amber must have filled out. Hence, there was no reason to blame Amber. One fan wrote, "As opposed to all the lies Depp has given under oath, one of the dogs was his, and it was his plane and his staff, and he filled out some paperwork. Y'all will stop at nothing, will you? Either you are bots or incredibly disturbed, but well-paid PR." Amber's year might not be going so great, and with these court dates lined up, the actress may as well start preparing for harsh realities. But will the investigations done concerning this case affect the ongoing defamation trial, or will the court overlook the findings and outcome of the case of perjury? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. See you next time for more juicy reports.